On to you, Taurus out there. You have the Ten of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. So these three cards right here for you are about how a lot of you Taurus, let me move this over too. A lot of you Taurus right now, y'all in a situation where a lot of you Taurus are pretty much just moving away from the weirdo stuff that you've experienced in the past, but you're also moving towards something special with somebody, because you Taurus have been putting yourselves out there, and you Taurus are not doing it with low confidence, because you Taurus know that y'all have something to bring to the table, says the Ace of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. You want someone to bring something to the table to you as well. So they're not going to be able to come to you if they don't. So you Taurus have been getting to know some people, trying to fill them out, see if the two of you actually are, you know, a team, if the two of you can work as a team and work well together. And the Knight of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune represents you Taurus really are serious about getting off of the wheel, though. You really are serious about getting out of the Wheel of Fortune. You know, the constant wheel, the wheel of like good luck, bad luck, the wheel turning, right? Good, bad, good luck, bad luck, you know, doing the same things over and over and over again, expecting to get a different result. But then that's not really the case. And the Knight of Swords, excuse me, and the Unalive card, y'all always got to get a card that represents Scorpio. But this is about how you finding someone that seems to be interested in you right back. And a lot of you Taurus are working on leaving the singlehood behind. Like, okay, it's time for y'all to actually get to know somebody, be in a relationship if you can, and actually, you know, have a functional relationship with somebody. That's my dog. Have a functional relationship with somebody and see how far that relationship can actually go. And the Nine of Wands represents whole new kettle of fish, brand new journey. Because a lot of you Taurus, like I said, a lot of you Taurus have been putting yourselves out there, and it seems like you Taurus have people that are interested in you. So the Eight of Pentacles, like I was just talking about, right? It's probably not even necessarily one particular person. It's probably a couple, you know, because that's how it is sometimes. Sometimes it comes as one person, and then when you have that one person, you get brand new people. You get more people, and unfortunately, that's how it is, you know, nowadays, because it's impossible to just have one, right? Like once you get one person, it just seems like that pretty much opens the floodgates, and now your phone stops being dry, right? You know, everybody, like I said before, everybody want to be on, everybody want to have a phone going crazy, everybody want to have a phone wet, or whatever the case may be. Everybody wants to live their life like a celebrity and stuff like this, right? Everybody is in the search. I ain't gonna say everybody, but a lot of people are fighting tooth and nail. You could see the wrestling match, the fighting tooth and nail, the wrestling match or what have you, to climb the social economic hierarchy ladder, to reach the top, to be, yes, you know, to be the alpha, you know. And the Nine of Wands and the Sun card, you Taurus are looking for someone that's much more compatible. Instead of trying to climb the social hierarchy, you Taurus are looking for somebody that you could really build with like that. And then the Hierophant, which is Taurus and Sagittarius, you and this person may even share certain traits. So some of you Taurus are actually starting to really get yourselves in a relationship, you know, which is great, because it means that My readings aren't just about how it is that y'all are getting separated every other week. It really does represent how, the zodiac signs actually are. Y'all are getting to know people, y'all are getting with people, and it is working out successfully. You and this person, the Sun card and the Hierophant, you and this person, now, if you Taurus are seeing anybody, you just have to make sure that you and this person are connected spiritually now, because spirituality, or I guess religiously, right, is going to keep your connection with somebody. A lot of times, if and we're gonna get into it, right, because a lot of times people don't understand that, yeah, the money and the physical attraction and everything like that is cool, but one of the things that's most definitely gonna keep y'all together is the spiritual, or the belief system, right? It does help when the two of you actually do match up spiritually. It helps. It does help. It helps when the two of y'all are like, y'all have, because what it means is that the two of you have similar values. Because when you are dealing in the same spirituality, right, or when the two of you are spiritual, right, or when the two of you are in the same religion or religious, or whatever the case may be, those are values, whether it's religious values or whether it's spiritual values, which can be a little bit more unpredictable. Those are still values. So when you're getting to know somebody, this is why it is that I say I know what I'm talking about. When you're getting to know somebody, right, it's not even only about the physical things. The reason why it is that I address the physical things, Taurus, if I'm keeping it a buck with y'all, as I always am, is that when it comes to dating, all it is that people do is deal with the physicality of things, right? The money, the physical attraction, the eye candy, right? Going a place and like people being attracted to that type of person, or what have you, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. And real superficial things. And then when you and I address that, but also the things that are non-tangible that keeps people interested in a relationship with somebody, is the fact that both people in the relationship also share similar values. So that sets things up to where now it's like, that's another thing that the two of you have in common, that y'all share common ground with, that the two of you actually can converse about and display y'all ideas to one another, right? Because one of the biggest contributing factors as to why it is that people end up breaking up in the first place is a lack of good quality communication. Y'all don't be knowing how to communicate. The vast majority of things be happening because terrible communication. You'll know if a person is wasting your time if you know what to look out for. You understand what I'm saying? You'll know. If you know what red flag is, where you know what to look out for, when you see the writing on the wall, you'll know, okay, you can't be with this person, because you know what you're looking out for. And you know what is a siren that's going off in your head to stay away from that person. So let's clarify the Hierophant. The King of Wands, the Temperance, the King of Cups, the Five of Cups, and then you, Taurus, have the Queen of Swords. So this is exactly what it is that I'm talking about. The King of Wands and the Temperance is about how, that's like I said, you want to make sure that you and the person have spirituality connected. It's from spirituality that the two of you build, or religion, right? That the two of you build. If the two of you do not share similar values, it's a no-go. This is why it is that I say, a lot of times people will look at you, like when you know what you're looking for, people will look at you, Taurus, like, oh, you being too selective. But the people who are talking about how you being too selective are in dysfunctional relationships themselves. So the King of Cups now and the Five of Cups is about how, so don't even listen to anyone that you're talking to when they try to shame you and make it seem like you the one who's messed up for, legitimately actually looking for substance. And because of the fact that you're looking for substance, you're not just going to pick up any old rock up off the floor and say that, you're bringing it home with you. You know what I mean? You're actually going to make sure that you and the person are vibing, right? Or the two of you actually have something in common, or have a certain amount of stuff in common, to where y'all share common goals. Y'all share profound value systems. Y'all compass points and y'all own internal compass points in the same direction, if you know what I mean. And the Queen of Swords now is about, because it's too easy to break up. It's too easy to not necessarily be right in a relationship. Like, you got more people now single in the history of the world, right, in this epoch right now, because of a lack of communication. Both sides don't want to get out of their way. One side wants to use the other side for money, and the other side wants to use the other side for like clout and like their body and stuff like this. But when you start talking about, and then both sides are screaming at the top of their lungs, love don't pay the bills. And it's like, okay, so why does a parent pay the bills to their child then? Like, why do they pay the house? Why doesn't the parent just give the child up for adoption if that's the case? Like, what is stopping that parent from saying, you know what, I'm not gonna be a good parent. Let me just give the child up for adoption. Why does the parent keep the child other than love? But this is, again, clowning it. I be clowning it because it's cringeworthy when people say stupid stuff like that. And it goes to show that, people are either saying this stuff because they are shock jockey, or they really don't know what it is that they talking about for real, because they too ditzy to actually get out of their own way. Anyway, I'm not even going to get that deep into the game, but that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. You, Taurus, are finding somebody that you could potentially be with. Take your time, get to know them for real. You don't want to miss anything.